The Good and the Beautiful's Weather and Water Science Unit Study. We're going to take a flip through of the unit study itself, along with one of the student journals and some of the recommended books to go along with it. This is geared for grades 3 through 8, although they do have a younger sibling activity book for this particular study, and that's geared for K through 2, which would be great if you have a larger spread of kids, and then that way the littles don't feel left out and have their own workbook. So in typical Good and Beautiful style, it includes vocabulary words, it has experiments, there's pictures involved. It does cover a lot of different topics: air, wind, water cycle, different types of, weather patterns and, catastrophe type weather that can happen. And I do have the 3 through 6th grade student journal. They also have a 7th and 8th grade one that you can get. And then I have these read aloud books. There's Wild, Wild Wind, The Beauty of Weather, Changing Weather, and The Schoolhouse Blizzard. So, a lot to flip through. Time for a real page turner. Weather and Water. So, a family style unit study. Here are the table of contents. And it always gives information about their unit studies at the beginning. There will be these icons as you go along in the lesson, which makes it easy and quick to see what's coming up. The student journal is this notebook over here that you're going to have for each kid. The science wall is something that they'll put together with vocabulary words and can use other images. It tells that the lesson prep is easy and simple. Here's hand-on activities, online videos to watch, and then if content is specific for the age of the child. Now here are the 3 books that they recommend to go with this for the 3 through 6th graders. So there's, not that one. So there's Changing Weather and The Schoolhouse Blizzard and Wild, Wild Wind. And we'll take a look at those in a moment. And then here they have, for the lesson extensions for the 7th and 8th graders, along with another book that they recommend. And I do have that one as well. And boy, am I glad, because this was really cool. And I'll show you inside that too, The Beauty of Weather. Okay, then here at the beginning, it tells you what supplies are needed for each lesson, which is super helpful to have that at the beginning. Now this unit study book is $20, and the student journals are $6 to $7. And the activity book for younger siblings that goes along with this is for K through 2, and that's also like $6.50. Here it's showing the vocabulary words that they will cut out, and they'll let you know when to cut out and put each one in your science wall. Okay, so we'll take a look at lesson 1 so you can get an idea of how it's set up. Here it tells you at the beginning the objective, the preparation, any activities that you'll need, supplies that you'll need for activities. Here it's telling you what video to go and watch, and then a little bit of an overview. You put these on your science wall. And it's got more information as it goes. Talks about the scientific method. And then here you can see at the end, there is the extension for the 7th and 8th grade students. Here are these cards that go with it. And that's it for lesson 1 in there. Now I'll show you, this is the 3 through 6th grade student journal. There's also the 7th, 8th, and K through 2, which I do not have to show you, but I can show you this middle range one. So here's lesson 1. Rank topics by your level of interest. So that's really neat. And then questions that they might have. And that's it for lesson 1. So just this one page. We'll go back to this book, and I'll flip through a little bit more so that you can see more of what it's going to offer. There's so many cool pictures and graphics in these science unit studies, which is really cool. Really good for visual learners or hands-on learners because of the activities as well. They include art, which is a very good and beautiful thing. And this is definitely open and go. Everything's written out for you and that's scripted for you too, so you can just open it and read it to your kids without having to really prep anything except for making sure that you have the supplies for the activities. Fun. And the answers to the various activities in here will be printed in the unit study as well, so that makes that really easy too. There's no separate teacher's manual or looking online or anything, so I really like that feature too. And here, so that you can see other things that'll be in the student journal. Not overwhelming, you know, a page or two each lesson, so that keeps it fun and light for them. Okay, moving on to the recommended reading books. This one's called Changing Weather, The Story of June Bacon Bursey. Pardon me if I pronounce anyone's name wrong. A story of a young lady who ended up becoming the first female African-American meteorologist on TV, and saying how she overcame, how school and learning was important to her. So good messages in there. The Schoolhouse Blizzard. This is a story about kids going into the schoolhouse. A terrible blizzard comes in, so bad that it blows the roof off. The way that they have to work together to find their way through it, and then getting to safety in a nearby farmhouse. And it's based on a true story. Then we have Wild, Wild Wind. This is a sweet story of a grandson visiting his grandparents, and then he ends up becoming pen pals with his grandfather. And he asks him various questions about different types of weather, and his grandfather answers him and includes pictures. So this is kind of a neat, different type of book, having the letters go back and forth. And then the optional reading book for the 7th and 8th grade is The Beauty of Weather. And this book is broken up by seasons and different types of weather, and includes artwork. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. It'll tell you who made the piece, what year it was made, what year they lived in, and what country they came from. And then there'll be little things on the side to look for and notice. Now, there's a lot of art in here, but my sons and I really enjoyed looking through this, pointing things out that we noticed. And it was a lot though, so I would say better to go slow with this and really enjoy it and not rush through the art, because there's just so much in here. It's almost too much to look through in one day, at least for 3 squirmy boys 10 and under. But just really, really cool. And I love how they have it broken up into the different categories. So categories of cloudy and sunny and rainbows, and at the end of each chapter or section they'll have comparing 2 different paintings that are similar and seeing what's similar or different about them. I'll show you some of the text. And it was neat too to be like, hey, this picture was made in the United States, and this picture was made in Germany, and this one was made over in Austria, and just all the different countries that were represented was really neat. And time periods too. So even if you don't get the science unit study, this book is really cool and would be a great addition for any library. And this book is only $14. The other books, these 3 here, were $26, and you can find those on their website. I hope this was a helpful look inside this science unit study. Remember that real life is messy and beautiful, and better with books. These books that go along with it, this is really scattered. Okay, let's try that again. So we're going to take a look inside all of these books, and You want to do the family style learning, which I love. Anything that we can learn all together. The weather cycle, the water cycle, the weather cycle. Blizzard. Tana?
What?
I need you to be quiet.
Let's move the cardboard while I was cutting it.
Okay, well, maybe we can't do that right now.
But I could cut my fingers off.
You wouldn't cut your fingers off, sweetie. Helix, what do you say to your brother? So let's... Why do I always say so? Okay. Obviously, weather and water and different, catastrophes that can happen with them.